Bitcoin. Now you might be wondering, it's 2021, should I buy or sell? Or if you're not in the crypto game, you might be thinking, what is all this hoo-ha about cryptocurrency and how exactly does it work? Let's see where this initially came from. In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto published a paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. In this, Satoshi published a vision of what is now known as a blockchain. Blockchains were invented to make financial transactions easier. Post 2008, Satoshi did not like that the financial system involved third parties. These third parties were essentially middlemen creating information asymmetries that required trust, which involved some skepticism, as often sketchy things would take place. People would try to delete or hide certain transactions. Therefore, there was low trust in third parties. So Satoshi's idea was to make all transactions public. This means getting rid of the middlemen. To do this realistically, it was needed that some of these transactions were actually real. At a high level, his idea was to store the timestamps of every transaction in a data block, i.e. a chunk of data. These chunks can't be deleted, and there is not just a single copy. In fact, everyone within the ecosystem has a copy. This way, it is formally considered distributed amongst many people and therefore immutable, i.e. cannot be changed. So now that there is a transaction, how is a timestamp added into the digital ledger? So this can be done by guessing a correct nonce. In the paper, nonce is a secret set of numbers of letters that needs to be guessed. The magic here is that you are not actually guessing the number. It is done through your CPU, computer processing unit. Satoshi intended to have a whole world where all users can take part within the ecosystem and make points on how computer systems today are the modern equivalent of gold mining, using resources to mine gold. So now, how can all this be incentivized to people? To let their computers spend time, electricity and power, essentially using up their CPU and GPU? Their answer, Bitcoin. So then, Bitcoin was intended to motivate people to take part within the ecosystem, to create and receive value from mining. In a nutshell, you are letting your CPU and GPU guess the mysterious nonce numbers or letters, and if this is done successfully, you receive a Bitcoin. Unfortunately, what was overlooked was that people may try and play the system, as of course not all CPUs and GPUs are made equal. In the modern day, people can farm Bitcoin by having dedicated setups to mine cryptocurrency. So now, how do they work? Traditionally, when you want to buy something, you would go and use a normal bank card in a shop. The shop would ask the bank if you are eligible for this purchase and by having sufficient funds. The bank then verifies and lets the shop know, updates its records to show the movement of the money from the bank to your shop. If you remove the bank, however, out of this equation, how could you trust to keep all records and not change any of these in any form? Would you be able to trust a single person to do this? Probably not. Though you may trust everyone collectively. Does that make sense? So it'd be hard to trust a single person, but everyone collectively is a bit more trustworthy. The idea here is that you don't have a single source or record of transactions. Rather, you distribute lots of copies of this ledger all around the world, each owning each copy which records every transaction, difficult then to manipulate. Now, buying something with cryptocurrency, using the same example, you give the shop your details. The shop then asks all the bookkeepers if you are fine to make the payment and checks all the records to see if you have the sufficient funds. If so, they give a thumbs up to the shop and all ledgers get updated, i.e. the movement is recorded on all ledgers. This way there are no forged transactions. Now with this example, if one copy is manipulated, it won't match the other copies. This ledger would then get rejected. So then this is how cryptocurrencies work. Remember that all ledgers are actually computers and are not human. Alright, so by now I hope this video helps you understand a little more on Bitcoin and how cryptocurrency works, be it the Bitcoin, be it Dogecoin, or Ethereum's. Let me know your thoughts below. What are your thoughts on cryptocurrency and would you ever invest in them? Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. If you learned anything, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Peace!